Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It is Binky here today with construction, but we pushed through because it is going to be going on for several months. I said this on my other channel as well. It's just the way that it goes. That's life. So this new one is the one that I promised that I'd be doing, which is the Dior Color Show. Or the Dior Show, but you can call it the Color Show if you like. And these I find tend to have a little bit more of the special shades. Now this one's interesting because if you watch my channel, I really don't like blues or grays. I'm a cool tone leaning towards neutral so I can wear those warm tones. But I find that most people go to blues or silvers and grays when they go cool tones. And there's more to cool tones than just that. So I get a little bit burnt out on those just because I don't like the look of silver. And unless I'm wearing it jewelry wise, or I just don't care for blue. But that being said, long introduction, I went with this one. So this is 150 Midnight Lame. I know for a second I thought it said lame. It is lame. So there you go. So this is what it looks like. I haven't even swatched this yet, so we're going to do this together. So we're going to go. Now I do find with these, there's like a top coat on it, so you have to kind of break through that to get the full effect. So I'm doing these two right here at the top. Okay, now that one's really lovely. Let's dig in again with this one, the lighter of the two. Okay, very, very light. I have a wipey here, so we can do that in between. And then this one that just totally intrigues me up here. Ooh. Oh, wow. Didn't really need to dig into those. So there you go. There's where your pigment is. That's nice. Because sometimes with Dior, I find that there's just not a lot of pigment. And then lastly, let's make sure I wipe this better. Ooh, this one feels a little bit stiffer, actually. That's interesting. That one feels almost grainy, the one in the middle with the emblem or the logo. And there you go. That's what it looks like. I do find that Dior sometimes does not have a lot of pigment to them, and this is not the case with this one. This one's actually really lovely. I love that top one. I know it's not showing up very well, but ooh, I love that top one. That is so pretty. This is very interesting, very interesting. The one on top though is kind of similar to the one on the bottom, except it's more iridescent. I love those kind of iridescent colors, to be honest with you. I know not everybody does. It's more of a topper, but I tend to like really light looks. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to use all the colors, but we're going to try. We're going to try. Now, Dior doesn't usually have too many mattes, so I don't know what to do that effect. Let's see. I think I will go in with this one. I could go in with that darker one, but I just don't think so. So let's see if this even works, if it picks up. It's picking up actually quite lovely on the brush, but let's see. Okay, nope, that's going in quite well. Now this isn't really a matte. There is not a matte in this one, and ooh, that is laying down really well, but I am not used to working with blues, so this is blowing my mind just a little bit, but it's working really well. Okay, that's really interesting. I don't usually do blues, so this is blowing my mind a little bit, just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the darkest color and just kind of darken this area. You are going to want to knock the excess off, just because this is probably one of the more pigmented Dior palettes that I have used. Yeah, this is definitely more pigmented. Ooh, that's not a bad thing. I feel like a lot of the times people are like, oh, Dior's not pigmented, and it's like, you're right, it's not usually, especially if you saw the video of the last palette that I did, the pink one of this collection. It really was not pigmented, but oh my gosh, this one is making up for it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, I know this is a little bit sloppy. That's me. palette. I will say it's easy to work with, but that the going back in with that blue, it's a little bit. I find Dior formula to work really well. It's easy for anyone to use. The issue is that it isn't a true matte, so that kind of makes it challenging at times. But I'm going in with the original color that I used and just putting that there. I don't know if I like that, but too late. So there you go. So what I'm going to do then is go in. I really want to see what this one looks like. I really do. This one's just beautiful. It may do better. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. That's this one right here. I know I should be using that, but I kind of don't want to. I want to use this all over. Oh my gosh. That is so pretty. That is so pretty. The construction is not pretty, but now I will say it is a little bit, because it's a topper more, it's not showing up as well, like it's not covering up the full skin. So you know what, let me try that middle section. I don't want to make it too icy, but maybe, ooh, maybe I do. You know what, this is kind of backwards, but let's do that middle one across the eye and then go back in with that special shade. It's playing well, and that it doesn't look, yeah, that's pretty. What I like about it is that you can stack on top of each other, and it's light enough that it's not looking bad. You know, it's not making it look cakey. It actually looks really good. So then I want to go in with that bright blue. I don't want to forget it. Ooh, it really picks up that pigment. Oh my goodness. And then put it underneath. Oh wow. Gosh, that's pretty. That's really, really pretty. I just wish I had more in the crease than I do. So what I would probably do is bring in a different palette just to create a crease color, something to warm it up a bit. It'd be a cool tone crease color, but something just to, because I feel like it's missing that. So I may even do that in the other room and then come back, because I feel like it needs it. But that's just, you know, that's just me. Maybe it's just because I'm a creature of habit. So what I'm going to do is I am going to finish up this look, just smooth it out a little bit, blend it, and then possibly put in a crease color. And then we'll talk about it, because this one's really beautiful. Okay, so this is the final eye look. I really didn't do too much differently, just cleaned it up a bit, but and added mascara. I didn't add lashes. I don't tend to use fake lashes, and who cares? You know, if you do, great. For me, I'm like, I'm a little bit more low maintenance, but this is what it looks like, and I really like this one. Actually, I don't like blue on me at all. It's like that and steel gray are my least colors that I can't wear. Anything with a lot of yellow base, so yellow or greeny yellows, even though I'm heading towards neutral, just take it too far. And then blues and grays work for me because I'm a cool tone, but I don't like them. I really do not like them. So when I bought this palette, I was like, why are you buying this palette? But I just felt like the shades were just so unique and special with the iridescent colors. I fell in love with it, and I'm like, you know what? Let's do this. And you know, I usually get these half price. I have a friend who works in the industry, so I get a lot of the designer stuff I can get for half price. So it's like, okay, I'll try it. So it wasn't that big of a loss. That's why I'm trying to reason why I do it, not to throw it in anyone's face, just reasoning why. I'm like, I will try these blues. Because I don't have a lot of blues in my collection, but this is really lovely, actually. It's not something that I would do all the time, but what I really like about this is that you have things like this, or even this or this, which you can use across the eye. So if you just wanted to do one and done, there's a few options here that would be really beautiful. The one and done look, especially this one that's not showing up as well as I would like. There we go, at the top. But you can build it up and create a really beautiful kind of fairy look with it. You could do one of these other colors on the top and then add that topper, this one, on top of it. And it's just absolutely beautiful. I love it. So I got them all on. I would probably do one and done look more often, and then add the darker shade to add a few, just depth to it, I think, the darkest shade. But I really like this, and this is from somebody who doesn't really wear blue. I really think that's pretty. It really is quite beautiful and shimmery and nice, and I'm surprised. I will say that usually with Dior, like I was saying earlier, it doesn't, their pigment is usually pretty so it tends to work a lot of these for people with medium light to fair, especially the pink palette that I did from the same collection. This one's going to work for everyone across the board. So this is going to work for everyone, and I love that. It is pigmented enough, except for this one. This one's more of a topper shimmer shade. With somebody like me, because I am so fair, I had to go in really lightly with this. So you could make a smoky eye look. You could do, fun creative looks with this. I mean, they're going to kind of look like the same a little bit because the blues are similar, but this is going to just work across the board. Just if you're fair like me and you don't like darker looks, then you're going to want to go one of the lighter hand. Like this is a little bit, it's not, I mean, this is about what I would do. I just don't wear blue, so I'm not used to seeing myself in it. But this is good. This one's good. I enjoyed the pink one, but it really was lacking in pigment. So where that was lacking in pigment, this is not. This is not. So this is the one to go for if you love blues and pigment. There is no matte in this one, unlike the pink one, so you're going to have to improvise and bring in your own, or just use this, which I did. It works really well. It just depends what you want to do. This one is more of a matte, but it's a satin. More of a satin matte. So there you go. I don't know how this is going to wear, but from my experience with the pink palette, the matte didn't last that long, but we're not dealing with a matte here. With the lighter shades, because I have oily skin, eventually the oil came through. So I imagine this will happen with something like this more so, but with the darker shades, it never happens like that. It's just the lighter shades after about 6 hours they don't crease or disappear. They just become darker from the oil that comes through. Even with the primer and everything, it's just nature's moisturizer. So there you go. So yeah, I really like this one. I think that this one is really, I loved the pink one for what it was, but honestly, for the price point, you better be giving me more pigment. And so that one was a little bit of a letdown. Well, this one is giving what people want. If you're charging $75 for a palette, you need to give pigment. And I know a lot of people who use Dior tend to, not a lot, well, I would be willing to bet a lot of them tend to do very natural looks. And so I see why they're doing that, but it doesn't really give an excuse to not give pigment. So if you love blues and you're a cool tone or neutral, and you love blues and you love smoky looks and a fun palette, and you like luxury brands, it's a luxury brand, so you're paying a steep price. This is really good. This is probably my favorite palette of theirs, and I have a few. I have a handful since Birds of a Feather, which was I think 3-4 years ago. That was sold out like that. I still have it. I got to start playing with that one again. I love it, but this one's very good. It's right in that vein. Good quality, fun iridescent colors. This is where Dior needs to stick with. Put out those 4 collections, but put out something fun like this, and then something that's a little bit more Dior safe, if that makes sense. Because this is what people want. Half people and the other half want the safe. I want both. So there you go. So yeah, that is my first impression of this beautiful palette, Midnight Lame. Big thumbs up. And with that guy, have a fabulous day, my friends. Bye.